Poland is also a Grandmaster League Terran player on the North American server, but it's safe to say that this is avilo's bread and butter, who's now one best of 3 away from qualifying for Challenger. He's going to go up against Voltz. Todd will, of course, be joining this game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we are ready to hop into QXC versus NoRegret. Non-stop action today. Todd, I feel like we're on fire too. This is great.
Yeah, the energy, I'm feeling it today. And I hope the viewers feel it as well.
Yesterday we were both picking out on pizza right before we cast it, and then
That's not a great way to get the energy up.
Yeah. When you eat half a pizza that was just covered in cheese, you're like...
That was the most cheese I've seen on a pizza for a long time. I don't know what they were trying to hide under there, but I'm kind of scared to even think about it.
Alrighty, we have loaded into Blood Boil the very first time we see this magnificent map today. Over here on the left top side, the man that is well known for his designated pressure. It is NoRegret, playing from Korea, using that solar portrait. And over here on the right bottom side, guess who's back? Back again. It's Kev, also known as QXC. You know, Todd, I felt the scene already needed some more Kevins, so I'm happy to see one. Of course, NoRegret is going to open up. We're taking the gold here, and I think there's a good chance we're going to see a ridiculous, silly amount of Zerglings, Banelings early on. And NoRegret is probably going to do what he does best, and that is just trying to swarm his opponent early on. NoRegret has improved a lot over the years. He's definitely not an all-in player by any means. It's not all he can do, but it is where his strengths are. That is where he excels. And there is a good chance we're going to see a lot of early game aggression by our Canadian Zerg, who I believe is currently in Korea.
I think he is, yeah.
You know,
whatever happened to the vlogs, man?
You know what we should do, Todd? We should both go to Korea for the GSL Season 3 qualifiers and give it our best.
That sounds like one of the worst. We might as well go on looking for a fight by Dana White and try to an MMA fight.
The GSL qualifiers are not what they used to be, Todd. Come on, where's that Todd confidence that I know?
Not there.
Right.
Taking on a bunch of top-level Koreans to try and make it to the GSL. I don't think we'd do that well.
I think we could make a vlog.
If I didn't make it when I was pro, I sure as hell I'm not going to make it when I've been a commentator for so long.
We can bring the GoPro. We can make a great blog, Todd. Some quality entertainment.
Butchered over there.
It's okay. We'll drown our sorrows in Korean barbecue and soju. It's all good.
Barbecue does sound pretty good.
Yeah. Especially when you cook. I love it when you cook for me. It's the greatest.
I'm the official cook.
Reaper from QXC is trying to get some work done, but good micro there by NoRegret. Did not end up losing a single probe. The Lings are on the production tab, Todd. He already has 8 out, 6 more on the way. I think from this point on, we're going to see nothing but Lings. First Hellions are on the way for QXC, though. Is he mining gas? Yes, he is. Are we getting a Baneling nest? Hell yeah, we're getting a Baneling nest.
It's NoRegret, come on.
Surprise, surprise. You know, if I was QXC, I'd open up with 3 barracks over here and then 2 bunkers behind it. And guess
that's
what?
when the Nidus and Roach will hit and you die.
NoRegret would still Baneling bus you. You just saturate the gold.
And it will still work.
Yeah. And instead of the usual 8-10 Banelings, he's going to show up with 25 Banelings.
He's going to drop things, I think, because he's going Evo.
Yeah. This is NoRegret, man. Gotta be careful with these Hellions. QXC cannot afford to lose these Hellions. One Hellion took a lot of damage, and oh my god, I thought it was gonna fall. New Hellions show up. Oh, 6 around there. We would be able to get the second one as well. Here is that. No, there's not.
If you could go back in time to Home Story Cup when you played and you played against NoRegret, would you beat him? Would you play differently and just try to hold whatever he throws at you?
It's hard. It's very hard to say that, as we see NoRegret just trying to bust down the wall here, but. I mean, I think whenever you play a tournament, it has to come down to... It comes down a little bit to nerves as well and being able to perform on a setup that's not your own. And I don't know. It would be very silly of me to say, you know, I got wrecked, but if I could do it again... the only thing I would think of is my game against Hero Marine on Antigua. Or was it Antigua? The map that looked like Dust Towers. I feel like that, I was in a pretty decent position and the score was 1-1. You know, against NoRegret, NoRegret's just better, you know. So.
If you could go back in time and play one game back, that'd be the one? Or?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I could.
It's Home Story Cup. It's not like you're going to go super far after that.
No, I mean...
You'd have to pick a Warcraft 3 game of a tournament where you lost deep.
Well, in Warcraft 3, I definitely know. But I don't think that's very relevant to this cast, as Banelings are being more...
Oh my god, actually not going for Lings. That's quite smart, especially if he keeps him busy at the front at the same time.
Yeah, but he's going to have a hard time dealing with all these Hellions of QXC, no?
There is only 3 queens. Oh my god, you will need way more queens than this.
There's another Overlord morphing into a Dropperlord as well, but these Banelings are going to be able to get some good connections.
Surprise, surprise.
Wow. Oh, that could not have been any better. 14. Aich. Let's see what these Hellions are going to be able to do. These Hellions are committed now into the main. NoRegret's going to bring in all the links. He's going to try to surround this, but the links came in from the back a tiny bit late, but he's still going to get the surround thought. And I think that NoRegret is going to be able to clean this up, killing all 7 Hellions. Very well done with just links. Small mistake there by QXC. And now, well, the game is even, but NoRegret has 3 bases. And he has a gold. Marines took care of this Dropperlord, but there is another one QXC has not spotted yet. Do you think he sees the shadow, Todd? Do you see this? Yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah, he's seeing it, but is he watching? And also, like, is it really a priority to clean that? I guess he did get dropped earlier. Like, it's more important to put a depot on the natural to make sure that that Baneling drop doesn't happen again. Did he put anything there, down there?
Here? A Marine.
Yeah.
A brave Marine.
Just a Marine.
Christopher Columbus, the Marine.
The Lion King on his cliff.
Here come these links. The links are going to pull the Hellions out of position. This could very well be the moment that NoRegret is going to try to bust down the front. He's going to be able to get in there, but is this enough though? I think that QXC should be able to micro his way out of this.
He's helping so much.
Did you see those Marines? Those Marines were holding down the line like real champs. And this one Marine that was on the lookout as well for Dropperlord still alive.
Man, QXC.
He's in a great position. Is QXC actually going to qualify for Challenger?
Do you need to download some board games to get better at StarCraft, or like what is this?
This could very well be the case. I mean, we're looking at somebody that has probably played at least 20,000 games of StarCraft 2 in his life, but probably even more. So to see QXC come back and still at least have it to some degree is no shocker. But if he qualifies today while beating Drunken Boy and now potentially beating NoRegret, even if he's playing from Korea, super impressive. I think the TVT victory over Drunken Boy I'm even more impressed with, because I really think Drunken Boy is very good. QXC, man, still got it, even though these Hellions are going to get surrounded in the middle of the map. He's up 9 workers, and he's got a couple of medevacs with Stim flying into the main, I assume.
And Voltz against avilo is loading up now, so we'll be keeping you guys posted. I'm sure we'll be checking out what's happening there.
Well, who do you think?
Voltz.
Make a prediction, Todd.
I don't want to predict against Voltz because we're finally showing him, but I feel like avilo has been getting some crazy momentum, and he's been playing really well, especially in those TVTs, so maybe avilo with a 2-1.
But I think Odyssey is going to be a hard map for avilo, which is the first map, but we'll see. Meanwhile, this game still, like, when it comes to supplies, it's dead even, but worker-wise, QXC is in a fantastic position.
Yeah.
And he also has +1, and he's got Stim, while the layer is just now starting.
Yeah, like there's nothing, like no good enough anti-air here. There's just a ton of links on the ground, which
80.
QXC saw all of them.
Yep.
Like surely enough. He's just gonna have to be careful defensively. Just wall off. Why is he walling off so slowly?
The links are coming.
I mean, he might have enough already to defend against just pure links, but what I'm worried about is NoRegret going for it and morphing a ton of Bane links and then attacking.
80 links with +1 though, Todd. Not having a tank makes it actually a little bit risky.
Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see tanks.
Where's the factory? Oh.
He's in the middle, hidden under the snow,
God.
mate.
Yeah. I'm like, am I blind or what? There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Bane links and links trying to bust through that wall. They're going to be able to get through. There's still a couple of Bane links inside of there. He might have to pick up on some of these units. QXC trying to split as well as he can. And there's still going to be a ton of links left over there for him to try and clean up. That wall went down too late, even though he saw the amount of links. Yeah, I'm so surprised that he didn't start it.
There's still a drop going on in the back of the network as well. Good job here by QXC.
Picking up the SCVs and escaping.
Lift the orbital. You got to lift the orbital. These links are +1. He really wants that one SCV. You got to lift it. Okay, he does lift it.
Why do they always have to make it so hard?
Yeah. No. Don't funk with my heart. 3 medevacs and still this
I can't believe QXC is not reading into this properly, by the way. There's going to be another wave. No, on the other side. Oh my god, he moved down with everything. NoRegret, this might still work. Look at how many Banings are left over. He's kind of blocking himself.
He's blocking himself.
No.
no regret. I mean, QXC should have re-walled, I think, behind here. He's going to actually let these links in, but there are a couple of banelings in the mix.
Careful what you wish for. SPV is going towards the fight there. There's still some baneling left over. Finally, that's going to be detonated. It's mostly naked. SPVs on their own fighting against links.
With +1 as well. Don't forget, these are.
I mean, there are medivacs, but it's still SPVs against links upgraded. What
is happening in this game? This game is so wild. The drop is still active as well, and the natural of no regret has done quite some work. Marines are popping one at a time. I think that QXC is going to be able to stabilize one more time, as plenty of Marines have popped.
I can't believe QXC is making this so hard. All you have to do was wall, camp, get a bunch of bunkers.
Yeah.
I don't know, just play more defensive. The counterattack did do something, but just defensively. He's just been clearly underestimating and misreading what was happening.
Well, this is the thing when you play against no regret. You're like, all right, now he's going to transition.
Yeah, now he's going to drone.
This is truly the moment where he's going to drone up.
Now he's thinking that no regret's droning. Look at this. Yeah. Links, paints, more links being made. This is still wave like what, number 5, 6 of the all-in. QXC scouting, I think, for it. Is there units in this?
Nope.
He's trying to check around. Yeah, okay, he's starting buildings at the front. I think QXC knows now.
But +2 Marines. I really think the Marine count is too high. QXC was able to produce 11 Marines at a time.
Oh, he dropped some in front?
Yeah, he's going to save some banelings.
Yeah. These guys are going on a mission. They're the guys in the movie.
The Navy
We're going for it. SEAL Team 6.
Pop, 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 pop. Actually, gets free.
Yeah, that's it.
Not bad.
Good trades. And now he's behind the wall.
Yeah. No regret has made this game a lot closer than I ever thought it was going to be. But I just don't see this anymore. Good job there by QXC. Again, being able to snipe a couple of these banelings. We'll get another one. In the end, the depots do go down. But do you really want to run in here, no regret? I guess the answer is yes, because it's no regret. Going to try to squeeze by the Widow Mines. Friendly fire, perhaps? No, all the Marines just die. +2. +2 Marines against 0 armor Zerglings. No carapace upgrade for those links. QXC. Yes, that's right. The old school QXC is now 1 map away from qualifying for WCS Challenger.
6 save our producer, because I just out-tapped. All right, we're back here with Voltz against avilo, and not much has happened so far. You can see no units have died.
Actually, absolutely nothing has happened, Todd.
Not much. Can also be nothing, I guess. And, well, there you go.
First blood.
That one Reaper not being able to do anything at all. And already we got the factories going down here from avilo, so brace yourselves. It's going to be another one of those split maps.
Yeah, but Odyssey is a lot harder to split. This ain't Defender's Landing. This ain't Sequencer to some degree. I think it's going to be very hard. Voltz should know what he's in for.
But avilo is almost a wizard of like standing up on 4 bases and saying, all right, this is not my game.
Of course, but we saw that, right, when he played against BioEyes on this map. I mean, he did a great job in hanging in there. That game should have been over quite fast.
Did he see? He sees a second Tekla, but
I don't think he needs to see that.
Well, I mean, Blue Flame Hellions coming for you. You need to know and make enough units and maybe even wall off or something.
But I highly doubt that Voltz is like, oh, Tekla, that must be Stim. When he's going up against the Villa. Triple factory.
I mean, you never know. QXC just thought no regret was making drones. And look where he took him. He almost died.
Game 2 between No Regret and QXC will be played on Odyssey, but we'll jump into that a little bit later.
Is that triple factory Hellion Blue Flame?
Maybe that's...
avilo raised the standard build of 2 factories Hellion Blue Flame into 3. He's not making out of this one, actually. He needs to start that. No armory, so he's there. Oh my god!
Nidus, okay, that would actually be so good against pure Hellions, right?
Well, the thing is, there's going to be a lot of Hellions. It's not like avilo went for a quick 3rd CC. Like, he's going to have a ton of units. Yeah, but if he pulls SCVs, like, these guys are going to fry everything.
That's true.
Units are going to be clumped up.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I mean, avilo is probably going to send his Hellions to the other side of the map, though. Voltz needs to scout this. Did he see all those Hellions leave? I don't think he did.
Maybe barely when they went through there.
Okay,
he's making a ton of units, yeah. Those avilo, if avilo gets fully surrounded, obviously it's bad, but he still has a lot of these Hellions that they're going to be trading.
I don't think he should go in here. If avilo ends up
losing, my god! This is bad for avilo, actually.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get a couple drones, but he's going to lose all the Hellions.
He's cornered, and now he sees the Nidus.
Yeah, that's big, though. He does see the Nidus. The Queens are already in it. Where is that Overlord? It's coming in from the north side. I see it coming in from the south side as well. What does avilo have at home? He's making Cyclone start.
I don't see anything.
I think there's another Overlord on the north side, right? That's probably going to drop another. Okay, he's going to surround it, and he's going to kill it.
It's about to come out.
There's no DPS, though. Queens are going to transfuse it.
from the natural.
Queens are going to transfuse this forever.
He's gonna go for it with everything that he's got. Cyclone's about to come out here.
Where are the roaches? Okay, there they are. They're finally popping. They're popping so far on the north side.
Yes,
and
so many SCVs are dying here. You can see those numbers. And Voltz is just cleaning up completely here. I can't believe that avilo went past all these roaches and was like, I'm gonna try to kill him. That did not go well at all.
That's like one of those moments where you're set on the build and you're like, all right, I don't care what I see, I'm going for it. And he even saw the Nidus, but he still went for it. If those Hellions would have been at home, I think you're right, Todd. There's a very good chance that he is able to fry all that. Anyways, we're loading into game number 2, another qualifying match here at the Open Qualifier, the second one for WCS Valencia Challenger in North America. Over here on the right bottom side, the main base of our Canadian Zerg, NoRegret. Going up against one of the most old school faces that we have in StarCraft 2, the one and only QXC. Someone that's been around since day one of the beta, has taken some time off, has developed his own board game, did multiple Q&As on Reddit and stuff, really interesting stuff to read about. I have to admit, I'm not big on board games myself, but if I ever get my hands on it, I'm definitely willing to give it a try. Knowing that it's been developed partly by one of ours, you know, one of us, that's the only way to look at it.
One of us for life, for sure.
I definitely give it a go.
QXC actually for some time, like I was watching his tweet, I was like, what is he up to? He was like in Japan, tweeting about how he will go to a supermarket, buy like eggs and random noodles and like cook it together. I was like, what is up with this guy? He's gone full hipster on us.
He was always a little hipster. The bandana Tarrant.
Yeah. Who does parkour? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What else? Is he vegan?
In between the games, did 100 push-ups. You're like, God, focus on your game, man. Like, meanwhile, I'm sitting here like eating candy bars and stuff. It's not fair. He's better than StarCraft than me. He's
you still look like a god.
Working out all the time. Hard to compete. Gonna open up once again, obviously with Hellions. The one unit you want to make against NoRegret. I always think back about NoRegret against Nathanius. That one game that Nate really should have held. I think it was with USA against Canada, nation-wise, earlier this year, you remember?
I can assume, exactly.
NoRegret against Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Left top, right top, Hellions.
Nate had some good starts, but then fell apart. I don't know if it was the pressure and stuff. Did you ever ask him what happened?
No. I think that Nate is always just like, you know.
He's not a super reasonable guy, to be fair. Like, if you asked him, probably, stupid game.
No, I think back then he was. Like, right now he's on a little life tilt. But back then he was pretty, he was just like, you know, those guys are better than me. And he got a little bit unlucky against NoRegret because he barely missed the Hellions, I believe.
But he had some great, against Bly as well.
Yeah, that was
crazy to think that he could have beaten Bly.
He should have. That game on the two-player map, Habitations, like, oh my god. And even a game on Vani. Meanwhile, this Arrest is doing quite some work here for QXC. Then it's more than worth it to sacrifice your first.
They did more damage than the Blue Flame Hellions of avilo in the same location.
Wow, 7 roads?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Less Hellions, no Blue Flame. Well, I guess there was no mass roads to counter it, but still, like, that was pretty good.
That was a Reaper in the mix. That makes a pretty big difference. Make sure you don't miss the invite.
I'm in the game, mate.
Oh,
I'm ahead of you.
Sorry, how did I doubt your multitasking skills after all these years of high-level RTS? Must have forgotten where you were in those esports rankings, Dot. Still high up there. Is there a special RTS division for esports heroes?
I don't think. Esports earnings?
Because now it's dominated by you know, the MOBA players.
Yeah. I don't think so. You can pick by game.
Okay. What are you, Warcraft 3 wise?
Not that high. Like some Chinese that play like forever. They won some big prizes and stuff.
Meanwhile, these Lynx trying to get the wraparound on the Hellions, but QXC once again displaying some pretty solid micro. And Todd, I think NoRegret is in a world of trouble, man. Losing those drones early on delayed his push, and his push was already supposed to hit as quickly and hard as possible. Lost 17 Lynx, he's making more Lynx, but you could say it's now or never, and look at all these Lynx just being fried. QXC, somebody that's been playing this game since 2010, frying Lynx left and right. Might qualify for WCS Challenger in 2017. What a man. The Bandana Terran, he's back. And that's awesome. What a run. Especially, guys, taking out Drunken Boy last round. Drunken Boy may not be a name that many Europeans are familiar with, or even Americans that don't watch or play StarCraft all the time.
Yeah, no, he's legit.
Yeah, he's legit. He's the real deal.
And he beat Juggernaut Jason as well.
Yep.
Very good Terran player.
Oh, gets messed up. One final wave of Lynx. Wow, NoRegret does get the wraparound. No, don't lower.
The caster hide gets punished with a big surround here from NoRegret. That was one of the only things he could have done that really can somehow give him a better chance in this game. But he's still at a huge deficit here on the walker count.
And it's triple
Has to
orbital
catch up.
already as well. Don't forget about that. We're not looking at a 2-base Terran. We're looking at a 3-base Terran. But taking care of all those Hellions, if those Hellions start cruising around, they could have killed all the Lynx, could have forever forced out more Lynx or Roaches, and then NoRegret would have just been dead because he wouldn't have been able to economically recover. Right now he was. So he's still alive, but he's on life support, Todd.
I think he's going to go for it. He's going to go for the one punch knockout here.
Yeah. He's getting carapace as well, right? So hoping for a mistake of
Oh,
QXC.
wow. A mistake like this could be nice. That's not that big a surround. There is units above this and the bunker as well, and that gets cleaned up easily.
I think that Pig right now would play his little je baited because those Lynx really didn't get all that much done. They got fried, and in the end, single Hellion went down.
I don't know what NoRegret is supposed to do here to come back in this.
Yeah, me neither. This is one of those moments
I
where
feel
it's
like Nidus is almost the only option.
yeah, but he's gonna Nidus into a stronger army. +1. Steam is done already. It's not what you want to Nidus. The orbitals flying over, maybe
Some Baning drops in attack somewhere, like against
burrowed Banelings.
Yeah, I guess. Like the massive trap. The Destiny trap in the middle of the map. You saw that video of Destiny?
Or is like Banelings in the middle now?
Yeah, he's like, kill the Raven, kill the Raven. Then they kill the Raven. That's the only detection of the opponent. And he has like 50 burrowed Banelings. It's like the most ridiculous 2v2 games. And they blow up an entire army. I'll show that to you.
I look forward to it, Todd. NoRegret once again countering with a couple Lynx. But does he have an answer against these Marines on the other side of the map? As these Lynx have been taken out as well. QXC has already killed 107 Lynx. A couple of Banelings are going to push this bio army back for now. But these are still slow Banes. QXC could start picking a couple of them off as well with his Marines that soon will have +1. It's going to make his life a little bit easier. Well, okay, got 2. Now the Hellion is going to show up here. Look at all these drones, Todd. All the drones are lined up. And I think this could very well be it. QXC taking a 40 supply advantage. In the end, NoRegret is going to clean this up with Queens and Lynx. But we're asking ourselves, the H-hold, cast a question, at what cost? Well,
Who always say that? Mr. Bitter?
I think DJ Wheat was definitely at what cost type of guy. I think, I mean, I don't know, it's just a meme, right?
Yeah, there's so many meme like casting lines and stuff. Like
it's really funny.
I don't know Kev that got popular like on other games through like Forsen.
Yeah, man, Forsen turned I don't know Kev into a legend. I recently played some poker with Forsen. It's pretty funny. He's really cocky.
Why?
Because like there was a hand where I made a bet and then he called. He's like, well, I might as well call. It's only Roddy, right? If I lose now, I'll get it back later. I was like, oh my god. Savage. Look at all these Lynx over here in the mineral line. Doing some serious work. These Lynx do have 1-1 upgrades. But that's not a fight that the SCVs want to take.
Can we take a look at my game?
We can, because this game is super overthought. Unless...
And I think this one might be too, but we need to see that.
Oh! Nidus. Cyclone, Banshee. No.
Oh, he snipes it instantly.
Yeah, of course. How is that ever going to work? You know,
he could transfuse.
Yeah, but there's so much DPS. Against 4 Cyclones and a Banshee? Good luck with that. Wow, Avilo's getting speed Banshee as well.
All the units are inside of this. 3 Hellions run past. What? Is this the greatest comeback of all time? Because I was sure he was going to die.
You thought Avilo was going to die there?
If Queens transfuse one time, it's over. Then they keep on transfusing. Do you see? I don't think you saw the army there. Look at it. It's 3 things. You see it now? Do you see everything that would have come out?
I see.
It's the swarm, bro.
Yeah, but do you know Cyclones in their Gatling gun? When they just stand there, they roast. I admire the Cyclone, Todd. I respect the Cyclone like nobody else on this planet.
So where is he doing it? I guess here, and then try to buzz that front. I mean, there is no tanks, right? So even if he went for it now, Voltz could still make this work. Like I feel like it's now or never, to be fair. If this is not going to happen soon, he's going to be in trouble. He's still going to make it in the main.
Well, here come the Cyclones again. 2 Cyclones immediately.
Where's the rest? Oh my god,
a little bit out of position. Well, he's not even respecting it. He's not bringing everything, but 4 Cyclones, 2 Banshees, 3 Banshees. I don't know. I don't see this Nidus ever going up. No matter how fast you transfuse, that ain't gonna work.
I can't believe he didn't make it there. I think Avilo was looking for that, though. Even getting a turret there.
He's gonna try again.
Over here.
He should just go up like twice or something. There's no way, man.
I think he's gonna write something as well. can feel it.
Well, I mean, there was banter in game 1, so.
There was in that game too.
When you dish it, you gotta be able to take it. Right, Todd?
Don't use my lines like
If
this.
you can't take it, don't dish it out.
Don't dish it. Tree goes down, and Voltz in a big trouble from there. avilo just going to be taking the third base. You see this? You know what this is?
What?
You didn't see?
The upgrade for the Banshees.
Yeah.
Yeah, speed Banshee.
So avilo wants to have some fun. Yeah, he does that. Oh, he has 4. Oh my God! Look at the speed.
Yeah, that's so fast. It's very hard to defend against. Even
if
if
you're
you
gonna, all right. If this is gonna be in the game, we need Flux Veins back. All right, like they slowed down Void Race recently, if anything.
I know.
Prismatic alignment.
My game, meanwhile, is still going on, Todd, but the game still looks incredibly one-sided. Oh my God! Some Widow Mites has killed all the Banelings. I think this game is about to end. Maybe we can take a look at the final moment of QXC qualifying, because it's obviously a pretty special moment. These Banshees are having their fun, but that game is going to go on for a while.
Yeah, I don't think that will conclude very soon here, this one.
So march in, one last time. The old dog still got his tricks as QXC starting to, well, split units everywhere. NoRegret is trying to hang in there with just Lings and Banes that we know he loves oh so much, but QXC is everywhere. Upgrade-wise, 2-1 against, well, 2-2 actually against 2-1. And QXC is on 4 bases. Looking pretty solid. These mines have killed a lot of Banelings before they got like 16 or 18 Baneling kills. Seems like NoRegret has had enough. QXC is more than doubling the army supply. He's going to be able to take out this base as well, which was the layer. I don't think it's the only layer as well. So these should really be the final moments, Todd, as NoRegret is going to try to run in there one more time with Lings and Banes. He's killing a lot of SCVs. But does he have an answer to this army that QXC has? I don't think he does. No amount of Baneling connections will save you against this massive Terran army.
I think even Jadon would say it if he was there with a French accent. Look at the supply, and in this case, no cigar for NoRegret as QXC just powers through completely and qualifies himself for Challenger. That's going to be sick, man, this weekend. Like, we've got throwback players, we've got breakthrough players, like Voltz. I do think he's going to have a real chance at qualifying, even if he loses this game. But so far, it looks like avilo might be getting the equalizer there.
Yep, congratulations to QXC, and awesome performance by him, taking out Drunken Boy and now also taking care of NoRegret. Which means that after the 2 Protosses that we had qualifying today, Puck and Mechanic, we now have our first extra Terran as well. Who's going to be the final player to qualify for WCS Valencia Challenger? North America is going to be Voltz or avilo. Voltz is up 1-0, as you guys can see. But this game, Todd, avilo is starting to hit his stride, his comfort zone. We see 4 bases, we see mech, and we know that this is what he likes.
Great Aspire now starts, but I feel like avilo definitely will want to attack before that, knowing that something could be up. Man, these benches are so fast, I can't get over how fast they are.
Parasitic Bomb, though. Try splitting them. Couple Queens doing some decent job there as well. Crusted Bow.
That's a lot of Road Ravager.
Yeah, avilo has
because
to be
he
a little
might
bit
just
careful.
land on this. What was that? Was that a Widow Mine?
Yeah, there was one mine. Shot, I think, at an Overseer that flew over.
Oh my God, he has a lot actually. Voltz somehow came back in this game, even though he was going for an all-in.
Oh, the Muda's taking care of the tanks as well in the back. That's sick. What a cleanup by Voltz. What an amazing engagement, and what a way to clean up that mech army in the middle. And don't forget about the Great Spy that's on the way. This is going to force avilo to replace all the tanks he just lost. And that means he doesn't have an immediate answer against the
Look at how he's ready. A lot of Terrans lose their orbital command. They're Planetary Fortress, but avilo is going to get fully ready beforehand. Woo.
Ended up losing quite a few STVs though. Taurs are actually really quite sick these days against like Broodlords and
There
Carriers.
goes the Mudas.
I mean, those Mudas did their job. Cleaning up those tanks in the back was awesome. Great move by Voltz.
1-1 upgrades now on the way. The one thing that avilo didn't really have was upgrades. He's now working on that, but look at the upgrades from Voltz. Nothing. He's just got speed and Nematized Carapace, that's it. He hasn't made a single upgrade on this unit.
Well,
so if avilo stabilizes and he's able to take it to the later stages, that's going to play a big role, but he's going to have to face Broodlords here very soon.
I think actually that was quite smart though, because obviously he invested in the Nidus and he tried to end the game early on. If he would have gone for Evos and stuff, he would just slow down too much.
those Widow Mines connecting here and cleaning up some of this army. But Voltz is... I love the way he's expanding a lot. Like you can tell, this guy didn't get to his second qualifying match in a row by accident. Even though we didn't get to showcase him that much on the mainstream here.
The big question is, will Avilo be able to deal with the Broodlords that are making their way across the map real soon? Like, he has a couple tours, and the first Vikings are being produced. I think extra starports have just finished up. But it's gonna take a while. If he produces 6 Vikings at a time, he should be fine. But
I mean, what anti-air is there going to be, really? Ravagers that are not supposed to land shots onto those Vikings. There could be Quints to reinforce, but I don't even think he has that many.
I think that Voltz
the 5
is going to just move forward. I don't think he's going to move back ever. Don't forget about Parasitic Bomb, by the way.
Oh, that's a good thing, because I'm pretty sure Avilo is going to move back only. I'll stay at home, rather, like be kind of still.
And don't underestimate the Tor. The Tors are really thick.
The Widow Mines. How many there are?
How many, Todd? Tell us. 12.
12 of them in total.
He had 30 before in this other game. He had 30 mines.
Is he long distance, maybe? I guess that's going to be the CC, even though I would have assumed the planetary there. Be going there.
Pulling the army. Look, God, that's a lot of Broodlords.
Did he see that? He sees that.
He gets the warning sign, so you should know. See if Avilo is going to have enough anti-air to take care of these Broodlords. Once again, don't forget, the Tors are pretty powerful right now.
Oh, the Widow Mines are blocking themselves. Look at this.
Yeah, but they're going to be able to burrow actually right below those Broodlords. Fireworks will happen. But mostly blow up over Queens.
Oh my God, that is so many Broodlords. He doesn't need to go in actually with the Queens. Could just pull back. Benches are going to be cleaned up, and our Planetary Fortress, I think, will go down, and this might be it. I thought that Avilo was going to get this game, but Voltz, after a failed Nidus attack, apparently had enough drones to somehow recover. Well, Thor gets abducted.
It's not over yet, though, Todd. The Vikings are starting to do some real work. Most of the Queens have died. This Planetary is still alive. There are 2 Mighty Roaches in the natural doing a lot of work, but Avilo is still sort of trying to hang in there, but the Queens start taking out a couple of these Vikings. Corruptors show up as well.
Oh my God, the Widow Mines, they're all reloading. Avilo might be able to clean up. That guy just won't die. But even then, his economy has been crippled. 44 walkers now. All the Widow Mines are gone already. I thought they were going to do more.
God, that Planetary. How many kills does this Planetary have? 89! Obviously, mostly Broodlings, but that's still awesome.
Even these tanks, 29, 31, 32.
Voltz ain't done yet, though. Avilo dipping below 100 supply. That's obviously a very bad sign for our Macking Terran.
100 kills.
Wow.
American sniper.
110, but in the end, this Planetary should fall finally, as most of the SCVs have gone down as well. Lynx take care of it, and Voltz puts himself in a really good position. But army supply, Todd, it's still a game. 55 against 61.
Yeah, but I mean, the economy here, like...
I've seen greater comebacks.
Oh, and he's going to go straight as well for the most important base here and take it out. That Planetary, can he repair? There is friendly fire as well on it with these tanks.
Broodlords. Voltz is going to retreat. 7 Ultras on the way now. Ultras obviously going to have a good time against only 6 tanks and no more Tors. Wow, what an attack by Voltz. That fight looks so hectic, right? With all the Broodlings, the Widow Mines, Parasitic Bomb, friendly fire, left and right. Queens transfusing.
Voltz has just saturated so many bases and he keeps on expanding. I like the choice of even going that war out here at the top. That's even safer.
I mostly like the fact that he just did not waste any time on Evo chambers and whatnot, and he just went for it, realizing that
now finally,
it's
going to Ultras with a far better economy. And Avilo has been a survivor here in a lot of these games, even some of those that he's lost in, but I don't know if he's going to be able to survive much longer here against the Voltz that definitely delivers here in his primetime game. Finally playing on the mainstream here. It looks like he might be going to Challenger.
Yep. Last game of the series, guys. 3 players already qualified. Puck, McCanning, and we just saw QXC, believe it or not. QXC is back. And then the winner of this series is going to be our final player to qualify for Challenger. Obviously, we'll show you guys all 16 players, or we'll talk about all 16 players that you'll see in action on Friday and Saturday evening.
Every time he sees something coming with the Sensor Tower, he's like, I'll pull back. Oh, man.
Vikings start working on Corruptus. And Meanwhile, these Ultras are just ripping
I
through
think
the
this is
last
it.
line of avilo. I think you're right, Todd, even though a lot of these Ultras are so low in HP, but avilo just has no more income. This is the animation trailer, Todd. The landed Vikings are going to try to be the last line against the Ultras. Well, Vikings actually pretty good these days. Ah, this is epic. I didn't think the Vikings are going to be able to do it, though. These 3 Ultras are just a little too much. Banshee is helping from the skies, but avilo just doesn't have enough anymore.
Yeah, he has some real resilience, I'll give him that here. Staying in the game, still trying to re-expand, relanding that as soon as he can, trying to catch up somehow. Where are these Vikings going? They're on the hunt, man.
He had a great run today, that's for sure. I mean, avilo in the past, not always successful in these qualifiers, but today making it past BioWise and also defeating Dolan in 2 pretty entertaining series. That was nice. But it seems like the last Zerg is 1 Zerg too far. Those Corruptors just get annihilated.
Good night, Sweet Prince.
I
Easy
wouldn't
clean
mind.
up. That one is like the son of that BF up there, like trying to get as many kills.
Yeah, it's like my dad had a legacy. Stories have been told. He got over 130 kills until he fell. My one destiny in life is to break his record
Good luck with that.
and show pride to the family name that is the Planetary Fortress.
It's
Epic.
funny that avilo, by the way, is really making the most of his economy. Like, he realized he had way too much gas, went for COVID reactor, and now he's getting Ravens. So they're going to come out with quite a bit of energy.
But I love the way that Voltz has been playing. He's just not giving avilo any time to breathe at all.
Why
Ever
is he
since
making a
Voltz
racks?
won that fight, I think he wants to get more factories, something, even though he doesn't have any money.
He has enough factories. Maybe he wants to get more. I don't know.
He has armory skills. Maybe he needs it for...
He needs to worry about those big cows.
Oh, he's got Liberators in mind. Avilo is just like hanging in there like a champ, man.
It's really hard to kill this guy.
Yeah. Those mines. And the legacy of the Planetary Fortress. Voltz probably is going to chill for a little bit, max out, and then figure out what is the best way. It's really hard to break mech players on Abyssal, because these first few bases are quite close to each other.
You know what really surprised me is that he went forward with a lot of units when the Broodlords were still shooting. I feel like if he Voltz had stayed back a little bit and let the Broodlords do their job and clean up, it might have been a little bit better. But I mean, regardless, like, he had a brilliant game for sure. After the failed Nidus, just drawn back up.
Yeah, that's fight
somehow
in the middle.
broke an avilo that, in a way, no other player has been able to so far. Look, he's maxed out still.
Yeah, the mines are going to try to do whatever they can. There is a Tor in the mix as well. But once again, Parasitic Bomb landing on top of these Vikings, doing a lot of damage. The Ravens don't have that much energy. Once again, Liberators in the back and try to hold the final line. But like you said, Todd, the cows are too much to handle. The tanks will get abducted. The tanks will get picked off. And it seems like Voltz is going to be our final player to qualify for WCS Challenger.
And I can't wait to see him in action in that Challenger against the best North American players. Really did deliver here, I think, against avilo. And it's particularly the way he expanded, I really think was good. Like, he took those bases super fast. Sometimes players, they play this kind of game, and even though, like, you know, this Broodlord attack was going to do well, right? It's very important to expand before, because then you rebuild your gas economy. But Voltz, like, did that perfectly. And I'm glad to find out, you know, that there's like, new players like that I'm not familiar with necessarily, that, you know, train a lot and are able to do well.
No, it's been a fun series, and I definitely like the way that Voltz recovered in this game. I think if he would have just tried to macro up and try to get upgrades and somehow turn this into an even game, I think he pretty much always dies against the attack of avilo. But he realized he was behind. He said, I've got no time to waste. I've got one shot. I'm maxing out on Roach Ravager. I don't care if I don't have any upgrades. I'm just going to try to clean up that army. And he rushed up to Broodlords and was able to break that super important fourth base. I mean, we've been talking about it all day. When you play against mech, and actually goes for a lot of builds in Legacy, the fourth base is just crucial. How in Heart of the Swarm, I feel the third base was crucial, and in Wings, the second base, because nobody expanded. I feel in Legacy, the fourth base is often the most crucial one, and well, he did it well.
Yeah, congratulations to all our qualified players. We can take perhaps a look at the brackets that I've pulled up here, and you can see Puck, QXE, and M Canning, our first three players. We needed more Protoss and Terrans. We had a lot of Zergs, so now we got like closer balance to anything. I guess Voltz did advance down there. Remember, we're living in the future with the stream delay. And all these guys had tough roads as well. Like Puck, you know, beating Future, OMG, Banana. And QXC actually, like, probably the most impressive run out of all these guys, I would say. Juggernaut Jason round 1, then later on Drunken Boy and NoRegret.
I'm very impressed with Mechanic as well, making it past Jig. I mean, Jig did not look flawless in that series, but instead of focusing on the mistakes that Jig made, let's just focus on the awesome things that Mechanic did there in being able to secure his spot for Challenger, the one that he was hoping and fighting for so hard, and in the end making it past Cuddle Bear as well, also a strong North American Terran. This was a really fun day, yes, Todd. Yesterday it was a lot of straightforward games, and you look at the bracket, you see Scarlet, Jon Snow, Penny and me, you're like, all right, well, they're going to have a lot of fun today, and they did. But today it was harder to call, and I would have not filled in these 4 names. Puck, yeah, we kind of expected Puck. Mechanic, a Protoss fan could hope. QXC, like, no way that I would have predicted that. And then Voltz as well, who came very close yesterday, this time going all the way. Friday and Saturday evening are going to be a lot of fun. Obviously, it is Saturday morning, 2 a.m. for the Europeans, and Sunday, 2 a.m. But we're going to have fun, Todd. This is going to be an awesome Challenger.
Perhaps we could show quickly all the qualified players for Challenger as well, so you guys can get a little preview of what's to come this weekend here. I have it pulled up.
Let's take a look at it.
Some good racial balance, I would say.
We actually have a bracket, but this is not the actual bracket. Just so you guys know, this is a bracket, but don't think that this is the actual bracket. These are just all the players to show you guys in a little graphic. So we've got Bills, Game Time, Silky, Masa, Neep, True, Pili, and Semper.
You realize the pro players that are watching this without sound right now, they're like, oh my god, I'm playing.
This is very risky. Our producer is rolling the dice. We do not stand for the consequences. This is not a bracket. I repeat, this is not a bracket. These are players that qualified, at least in the order that people have qualified. People should understand that this is not the real bracket.
Imagine Ray's, he's like, oh, I made it. Oh man, my rival is playing Scarlet.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many WCS points Ray's has. I don't think it's necessarily more than some of the other players. It's going to be like a lottery, because a couple of these players I don't think have any WCS points, or barely. So there's a very good chance that they will get Scarlet or Neep, who are the 2 highest ranked players, I believe, in this tournament.
Yeah.
It's going to be sick, Todd. I'm excited. Now we've got a day off. Tomorrow we won't be back, guys. Tomorrow is a rest day. But once again, Friday, I think it starts at
5 p.m. PDT.
Okay, so really? 5 p.m. Pacific?
Time. Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's correct. So 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. European time, which is Saturday morning, and the same next day. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have no idea who's going to win this Challenger. Is it going to be Neep? Is Scarlet going to go back-to-back in Challenger victories?
Like in the European one with Sterile and the Laser taking 1st and 2nd. That'd be crazy. Scarlet winning twice with Neep 2nd.
It is possible, but we've got a couple of new exciting players to get hyped up over as well.
Qualified last night.
Oh.
So he's going to be coming to Spain. I can't wait. And actually, the time one is WCS Challenger will conclude in a couple of hours. I think it's like 6 or 7, something like that. It's just on Team Liquid.
So go watch it. Is there any GSL today as well?
7 hours, yeah. Code S is in 5 hours and 20 minutes.
What a time to be alive.
5 seconds classics to open up. We need to stay up. Actually, hey, we were supposed to go see Wonder Woman at the same time. We have to come and watch this now.
I'll watch Wonder Woman and I'll watch GSL. It's been a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. We had a ton of fun today. The games were great. The stories were awesome. And I can't wait to be back Friday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific, Daylight Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you guys then. The WCS Challenger Valencia is going to be a lot of fun.